Good morning and welcome to Soul. Thank you so much for joining me on this little food for thought podcast to help you become your best self step by step, day by day. We are still doing our little love series, and I totally lied. I said it was going to be in 3 parts, but actually today we've got 2 parts coming up. And so part 3 is divided into, 2 themes essentially. So first, I'd like us to explore love languages and the important distinction between love as an action versus love as a transaction. So you might be aware of love languages. That is essentially a group of different types of actions or things that you can do to express love. And this is what you would also expect in terms of how you receive love. These are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. Now, the problem with love languages is they can sometimes feel a little bit transactional. Love should never be about a tit-for-tat approach. It's not a scorecard of who did what for whom and how you're going to pay them back. For example, if you buy someone a gift, they don't have to buy you a gift back. Obviously, if it's birthdays, whatever, anniversaries, Christmas, of course, there's that expectation that there's going to be gifts. But it's not meant to be this tit-for-tat approach. Just because you compliment someone does not mean that you should expect one back. Now, a lot of times people will tell you, oh yes, what are your love languages? And it might be 2 of the above. But in reality, we're all a mix of love languages. And they should flow organically in a relationship. Instead of keeping count of every action, focus on the essence of love. It's about learning to love your partner in new and meaningful ways as you grow together. For example, let's say that you typically buy your partner a gift every time you return from a trip. Consider mixing it up. Maybe a small souvenir is going to be something better. And that way, when you come back from a trip, let's say you're away for a work trip, you come back, you also switch off that transactional expectation in their minds. They won't always associate you coming back with a gift. They would also associate it being you coming back, period. And that's the whole point, right? Maybe you share a funny story or a moment that made you think of them while you were away. So really the gesture is what matters more. And it might seem small, but these gestures carry the weight of love and thoughtfulness. Love, as we know, is an endless journey of discovering how we can cherish and support one another. And above all, it's about being present, attentive, and adaptive to each other's needs and desires, because these are going to keep evolving. So the most profound connections come from understanding that love isn't just an action, it's an ongoing process of learning and growing together. Thank you for joining me on the final bits of the Love Series Part 3. See you very soon for Part 3, Part 2, I guess. 2.0, let's call it. But in the meantime, embrace the fluidity of love languages and continue to let your relationship blossom organically. So here's to a journey filled with love, understanding, and growth. As always, step by step, day by day.